Alrighty guys, I'm out here with our new K-Truck. If you haven't seen, we bought a K-Truck. It's a 1994 Mitsubishi Mini Cab. We got it for $1,000, has some issues. Check out our YouTube video on it. But today, I want to spend a minute and I want to compare it to the Willy's CJ3A that we have here. So, we got them parked side by side, and you can kind of see that they look very similar in terms of size. The Willy's actually looks a little bit bigger, but it's not. I have them bumper to bumper in the front, and the K-Truck is a little bit longer. It sits a little bit taller. It's just over the roll bar, maybe the same height. And then width, I took a tape to it, and the Willy's is actually narrower. So the Willy's is smaller than the K-Truck, even though the K-Truck looks smaller. Now, another thing that's interesting is both of these vehicles kind of fill the exact same task, right? The K-Truck was supposed to be a light, cheap utility truck that didn't care about comfort for the Japanese market. And then the Willy's was also supposed to be, after the war, a cheap, light, quarter-ton truck that didn't care about comfort for farmers and ranchers to use. So they're very similar in that respect. They're both four-wheel drive. Although the Willy's has a little bit of an edge, it's got a solid front axle. It has a locked transfer case. A lot of the K-Trucks have an optional locking transfer case. This one doesn't. It does have high-low range, but it does not have a locking transfer case. So it is a full-time four-wheel drive system. So the Willy's is probably going to be a little bit better off-road. It's got a little bit more stout of a front end. And another thing that's kind of interesting is how much bigger the tires on a Willy's can be. For taking up the same footprint, the same actual space, it's actually impressive how much bigger of a tire the Willy's can run. So we're planning on doing some videos off-roading these, seeing which one is better, but I just thought it was interesting how similar but different they are. Another thing I want to point out is how space efficient the K-Truck is. The cab and engine, which sits under the cab, are, it starts right at the front, and it's over before we even get to the windshield on the Willy's. So they're able to use all of this space as the bed, whereas the Willy's kind of favors comfort a little bit more. It's also supposed to have a rear seat, so it can seat more people than the K-Truck. Another small, interesting difference is actually the engine. So obviously the K-Truck has a much smaller engine from the factory. It's a 660cc, roughly 40 horsepower, not a whole lot. But the Willy's had a much larger engine. It was a 2.2 liter four-cylinder, but it only made 60 horsepower. So factory, the Willy's makes a little bit more horsepower, but it also weighs a little bit more. So they actually both have pretty much the same top speed of about 55 or 60 miles an hour. And I think both of them are probably a little bit scary at that speed. So yeah, I just wanted to show the difference here. And I'm wondering, which one would you guys rather have? Would you rather have the old Willy's or the K-Truck? It's also worth noting the K-Truck is like 50 years newer. But still, very interesting comparison here.